Good morning and welcome to Extol Live, presented by New Washington State Bank. I'm Angie Fenton here at the Extol Studios in downtown, or I guess uptown New Albany rather. Happy April 1st, otherwise known as April Fool's Day, but I don't know if we're going to be fooling anyone or not. We'll have to see later on. Chef Liz Martino is here from Mesa Kids Cooking School, as well as Travis Schneider from NWSB, otherwise known as New Washington State Bank. How are you both?
Doing great. Definitely not thinking about pranking anybody today.
No.
I'm just going to go ahead and say that right now. No,
Definitely
I would never do
not.
that. No, never.
I'm going to actually check in with Liz several times. Now, let's talk about April Fool's Day. And we're not going to spend the entire time talking about April Fools, I promise you that. But let's talk just for a moment. What is the best, Travis, either prank that you've pulled or somebody has pulled on you?
Sure. Yeah.
Hold that up a little closer.
Yep, absolutely. I haven't done a lot on April Fool's Day itself. I like pranks to be very impromptu. You want people to know they're coming. So it'll be little things like a lot of times work pranks. The girl I used to work with at a previous job, I would do stuff like move things around. She couldn't find them, or actually we both use shared computers. So I would do Photoshop stuff to her computer background when it wasn't around, and just add little things to see if she would discover them over time.
So I think what Travis is saying is that he's like a closet ninja savage. I think that's what I'm hearing here. No one would suspect
Workplace
him.
disruptor.
Liz, what about for you? Worst or best, I guess best, prank ever pulled on you?
Ever pulled on me? Oh, there have been tons and tons of pranks pulled on me. I would say my favorite April Fools, or the one that got me the most, is I was 18 years old and I had just moved here and was going to college. And the night before, I'd left my car in the parking lot of my sister's bakery. And this is when I lived with her.
Can we interject? Your sister is
Adrian from Adrian and Company.
kind of known.
She is. So she wakes me up at like 5:30 in the morning and tells me that my car has been jacked and that there's nothing left but like a flaming, smoking mess of a frame. And it took me all summer to get that car. It was a piece of crap anyway, but I think that it got me to the core. I was hyperventilating, I was crying, I was putting on my clothes as fast as I could. She drove me down to the bakery and my car sat there perfectly fine. And I breathed for probably the first time in about 45 minutes.
So Adrian, the magic maker from the bakery, her cakes and all of that is also an amazing sister too, because if she got you, that's like sisterly stuff. You're supposed to.
No, she got me really good.
But the tears.
Oh, it was bad.
Have you ever gotten her back?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well,
No, I take out my rage on other people. I stole someone's car one time.
Whoa, this show just diverted.
Well, that was a work thing. And Kentucky and U of L were in the finals, and my sous chef at the time loved UK, and I'm a U of L fan. So we took his car from the front parking lot to the back parking lot and wrote U of L fan stuff all over it, wrapped it in saran wrap, and then left it in the back parking lot for him to find. UK won, and he didn't care that his car was stolen. He started to walk home, so I had to tell him what I did.
Oh, he kind of busted your joke. Okay.
He did.
Well, speaking of stolen cars, my mom is in Michigan, and my mom, I think, would be described as kind and strong. I would not describe her as a prankster. But growing up in Little Holly, Michigan, we didn't have a lot, but we had land. And we had a station wagon, one of those with the back seat that faced that way.
Those are the best.
Oh. Well, in April Fool's, I have 4 siblings, and mom was a nurse, worked full-time as a nurse, raising 5 kids. And so for her to pull off a prank was big for us, but she drove the car to the back. Now, we had big picture windows, and none of us even thought to look in the back, and so she made us believe that the car had been stolen. So I think that she still wears kind of like a Medal of Honor, because mom, like I said, was not a prankster, but
that's a good one.
She got us. She got us really good. Well, we will have a few April Fools, I guess really more fun than anything today.
Absolutely.
Liz, before we go to our next guest in just a moment here, You were cooking per normal. I think we might have a photo here. My daughter Olive, who is 6, recently had the good fortune of attending a cooking class at Mesa Kids Cooking School where,
We had so much fun.
so you made rainbow cake
We did.
with rainbows on it, and the little girl that she made friends with, best friends immediately, and I think she said Olive's cake, and she meant this in a compliment. It looked like poo and snakes, and Olive thought that was amazing. So I thought it looked better than that. What do you rate? I mean, that cake looked. Did she do a good job?
Yes, a 10 out of 10. I think that when we bring in children who, was she 6 years old?
Yes.
Yeah. And she held a piping bag correctly, and she followed directions, and she tried out piping techniques, and she got really creative, and she had a good time. I rate the whole thing 10 out of 10 for sure.
Well, I love that you said that. Mesa Kids Cooking School cooking classes are incredible. She had, just a ball. And you know this because we've talked about health a lot. And Lizzie, I think we're on kind of the same path of health.
We are.
And I'm fighting pre-diabetes. And so I'm just not a big sweets person, but somebody ate the most of Olive's cake and got scolded by the 6-year-old daughter. I'm not going to tell you who, but
Well, you do have a lot of pests in your
is it
house.
still on my face? It was so good. It was so good. But since it's April Fool's Day, I'm just going to walk around here, and I know the camera's going to follow me, even though I'm faster than that. I mean, how could I not involve probably one of the biggest pranksters I know, Jason Applegate, who's our director? We didn't tell him that we're going to do this. That's one of the things you never do. You don't surprise the director. Best April Fool's joke, Jason, that you've ever pulled, and be nice. We're live streaming. Don't forget that.
I'm not a big April Fool's person. I wouldn't even think about trying to trick somebody.
I think the peanut gallery just said no, because it's a constant, right?
It's an all the time thing that I'm always working on to make sure that I just build up a little bit all year long, so then I really don't have to have that big one for April Fools. I can just kind of sprinkle it in all year long. It's a talent. It truly is.
Wow, okay, that's a great segue. Speaking of talent, so very recently, Hospice Health of Southern Indiana asked us individually if we would participate in their final Dancing with Our Southern Indiana Stars event. And what did you say when Pam Lumley asked you?
Who's gonna lead? And we still don't quite have that answer in full. But while you're on camera, you could actually answer it.
I told you who's going to lead.
I will let you lead.
Oh, so if you don't know, Jason and I, we work together.
April Fool's Day.
April Fool, that's what I thought. There you go. Jason and I work together, live together, raise a child together. We're married and own the business of Extol together. And so individually, both of us just said, and then now we get to train and dance together. But actually, we are excited to be able to do that. Who's going to lead? We'll find out. We'll be doing some updates and things, and got a little, a caveat that's been thrown in there. I have a 50% tear in my rotator cuff, and so I have a little procedure done next Thursday, and so we'll see. I may be dancing like this, but I'll be leading.
I'll take
You
care
ready?
of you. Absolutely,
You'll take
we're
care
ready.
of me. We'll see. Well, thanks for joining us for April Fools and also just April 1st. Happy April 1st. We have some great guests coming up. But first, a word from our sponsor, NWSB. Since our humble beginnings in 1908 as New Washington State Bank, we have offered banking the way you want it. Now known as NWSB, we have branches in the communities of Henryville, Charlestown, Borden, Jeffersonville, Sellersburg, Scottsburg, River Ridge, New Albany, and coming in 2022, a state-of-the-art branch in downtown Jeffersonville. As a local bank, all decisions are made right here in Southern Indiana. Our customers enjoy the personal relationships, and we value opportunities to show community support throughout the region. At NWSB, we offer myriad services and modern technology, from online banking to mobile apps with check capture. And we are always here to serve you face-to-face with a smile. At NWSB, you'll find banking the way you want it. Thanks for joining us for Extol Live. Happy April 1st. We have LaQuacia Greenwell and Melissa Richardson of Lifespan Resources. Let's just dive in. First and foremost, LaQuacia, what is Lifespan Resources? We see your logo everywhere, vans, etc.
Lifespan is the local area agency on aging for Clark, Harrison, Scott, and Floyd counties. And so what we do is we connect the aging and disabled community to resources. Our biggest program is managing the Age and Disabled Waiver Program, which aims to keep people in their homes and out of permanent facility placement.
Because, I mean, that's something that's meaningful, to be able to stay in your home as long as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Most people, when they're aging, of course, things tend to dwindle. It becomes harder to do things just like housework or, walk or take care of yourself. Mm-hmm. So we provide our clients with services that allow them to stay in their homes, which is where most people want to be.
Who should call you and when should they call Lifespan?
If you are having any difficulty just caring for yourself or doing what we refer to as activities of daily living, walking, dressing, bathing, preparing meals, remembering to take your medications, you should definitely call Lifespan. Or if you know someone that is struggling to do those things, you should call Lifespan and ask to speak to an options counselor. And what we do is we take the information and get your needs and connect you with resources or possibly do an assessment for one of our programs.
LaQuacia, for you, is working for Lifespan rewarding?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Because most times when people call us, they're frantic and stressed. And most times we get family members or friends that call on behalf of their aging parents or, other family members. And, they're like, they can't live on their own anymore. We don't know what to do. And most people are still working full time. And so it's a balancing act trying to be a full-time caregiver and hold down a full-time job. And that's where Lifespan and the waiver services come in, because if you can have a CNA or an aide to come by to help, with bathing and housekeeping or get home delivered meals, it definitely makes things easier and gives the family a peace of mind.
Now, Melissa, those are a lot of services and you have to fund those. And let's save one of those, the special one that I'm going to ask you about in a minute for last. I know you know what I'm talking about. But what are ways in which you pay for those?
We are federally funded as well as state funded, but we also do lots of fundraising. Our goal is to never have to put anybody on a wait list for any of our services, especially food and transportation, nutrition and transportation. So luckily, it's been nearly 5 years since we've had to put anybody on a wait list. Even through COVID, we were able to raise funds to be able to increase our nutrition. Our nutrition numbers of clients increased over 100% during COVID. It was very scary at the very beginning. How are we going to do this? How are we going to fund this? And we have some fantastic organizations in the community who understand the importance of taking care of our elderly and disabled clients. And they stepped right in and they continued to fundraise and help us even when we weren't sure what fundraisers we were going to be able to do during COVID. So it's been pretty amazing. But our first upcoming event is Senior Games. And if you don't know about it, it's for individuals 55 and older to participate. It's a week-long fun and games, basically.
What are some of the games?
Oh my goodness. We do toss-em, which is basically cornhole, but you compete against yourself. Basketball toss, mini golf, regular golf, cards and games. We do, oh goodness, you name it. We have all kinds of fun. There's about 10 different events that we do throughout the week. So morning and afternoon, it's June 6th through the 10th. If you haven't heard of it, we're accepting registrations right now. You can call our main number and ask for a registration packet. You can participate in as few or as many events as you want.
Now you said fun, Melissa, but I've actually attended before. There's also some friendly competition, which makes it even more fun.
Competitive.
Okay, I wasn't going to say it quite like that.
They are.
Yes.
No, there are some that are
that.
Extremely competitive, and we love it. They have a lot of fun, but they are They want to win medals.
Bring
They
your
get-
A game.
Absolutely, absolutely. We have a dance contest that at opening ceremonies, closing ceremonies, you get awards for the most medals throughout the week. I mean, we have competition for everything that we do pretty much for the whole week. It's a lot of fun. This will be our 36th year to do senior games.
Now we have that phone number and we also have that website address that will scroll across the screen before we get to another way that you fundraise. I want to go back to what you had said about transportation and nutrition. I mean, everybody is feeling the issue of rising costs and
Yes.
supply and demand. How are seniors and the individuals you serve, how are they doing in terms of nutrition now that costs have gone up so much and are expected to increase?
Right. And LaQuisha can speak to this also because she deals directly with our clients on a daily basis. But from my perspective, as far as fundraising, our numbers will probably continue to rise as far as transportation and nutrition. As gas prices rise, as food costs rise. So once again, our goal is to fundraise enough to fill the gaps to be able to continue those programs regardless of how many people we add.
Absolutely. Now, Melissa, you brought up COVID, and right now, Lifespan has a COVID vaccine campaign that you want to make sure people are aware of.
Yes, we definitely want to get information out there about the vaccine. So we received a small amount of federal funding to address outreach, COVID vaccine outreach in the community. And a portion of that funding will be used for, television, social media, and magazines to provide evidence-based information to the community. But of course, if anyone has any specific questions or they need help with getting registered for their initial COVID shot, the second dose, or even the booster shots, or registering for transportation to get to the vaccine, they can contact our Aging and Disability Resource Center and get help with that.
Okay, again, we have that website and that phone number on the screen, and you can find all of the contact information there. Probably one of the most noted fundraisers that you have. News and Tribune readers have voted it best event numerous times. Voice and Vino at the casino.
Yes, Voice and Vino, we have a lot of fun at Lifespan Resources.
Yes, you do.
We like to have fun fundraisers. So Voice and Vino, this will be our 5th year. It's crazy to believe. October 25th, Tuesday evening, October 25th at Caesars Southern Indiana. And we have our full slate of singers already.
Can you tell us?
I can, most definitely. I've got to take out my little cheat sheet here so I don't forget anybody.
Okay, before you do that,
Okay.
if for some reason you just have not heard of Voice and Vino, Melissa, you have to explain what that is, because
Okay.
I was a judge one year, and I mean, hats off to you all at Lifespan. It is a fantastic event.
Thank you, thank you. Well, it is an amazing night. We have 8 singers who compete. It's not a singing competition, though. It's a fundraising competition. So the singer to raise the most money for Lifespan Resources and our services is deemed the winner, and they get the golden microphone trophy at the end of the night, and they are the reigning champion for the rest of the year. So last year we raised over $125,000
That's awesome.
for services for our clients. So it's just an amazing night. We have the singing competition, we have wine pull, we have a raffle, we have silent auction. There is so much to do in the ballroom at Caesars that night. It's phenomenal.
Absolutely. Okay, and now I feel like we need drums or something. And now, this year's participants are?
Okay, we have Alan Parnell from Mr. P Trucking, Selena Ware, Aaron Houchin will be one of our singers, Melissa Sprigler, Mickey Weber, Craig Zernheld, Brian Elmore, and Mayor Treva Hodges.
Oh my goodness, all brave
Yes.
people, that's for sure. How did they pick their songs? Did they just decide, or did they work with a coach?
They work with Mark Maxwell at Maxwell's House of Music, And between he and Vern with the marketing company, they kind of determined, we asked them to come in with 2 or 3 different songs that they feel comfortable singing that they would like to sing. And then between the 3 of them, they kind of work out based on what everybody else is singing. So we don't want too many slow songs or too many fast, crazy songs, so we try to balance it out.
Okay, so Melissa, if you were on stage, what song would you pick?
Oh, well, I'm a terrible singer,
Same.
so it would probably have to be like 80s rap or something.
Ooh, I like
that.
that.
Bust a Move, you know, one of those.
I
yeah.
think we need a lifespan
Yeah,
version.
yeah, I'm an 80s rap girl, and then I would really have to sing, so I've done that karaoke numerous times, and it's bad, but it's okay.
Oh my goodness, LaQuasia, what about you? You're on stage.
I know you
What's
picked
the song?
I don't know. It's hard to pick. I do karaoke for fun and stuff, but
What's your go-to for karaoke? Who do you like?
I like everybody.
Do you?
I do have a variety and stuff that I like. So from rock to rap to R&B. So
you're multifaceted.
Yeah.
And again, that date.
Tuesday, October 25th at Caesar Southern Indiana.
Okay, I know you're going to stick around with us to enjoy a little bit of Chef Liz's cooking. We're not going to give you anything that is fooling, I promise you. And again, we had that phone number and the website that are on the screen. You can learn more about Lifespan Resources by going there. But now a word from another of our sponsors, one of our favorites. We love Heritage Ford in Corydon. Hello to Bert and the team. Take a look.
My name is Bert Hodge. I'm the general manager of Heritage Ford. When I was a child, I stuttered and was dyslexic. I started my career assigned to a junior position on a destroyer, and ultimately I commanded 5 ships, 2 minesweepers, 2 frigates, a SEAL commando ship. I got a lot of exposure to some of the world's greatest leaders. When I retired from the Navy, it was with the intent to join my father here at the dealership. My dad has been an important part of this community for 30 years.
The business has changed tremendously since then, but our moral values have remained the same.
This is a business where honor and integrity matter.
If I'm fair to my customers, they'll come back. If I'm fair to myself, I'll be here when they come back.
I'm proud to have served my country, and I'm proud to sell Fords to my community.
Thanks for joining us for Extol Live. Happy April 1st. Travis, come on in here. I feel like we're so far apart. Chef Liz Martino from Mesa Kids Cooking School is cooking with us today. Now, Liz, what did you make here? These look amazing.
Well, you know what? When Colin came in this morning, he looked like he was having a rough day, so I thought I'd make him some like fried donuts. So these are some, yes, fried donuts dipped in sugar with a nice whipped cream center.
So Colin is one of our magic makers behind the camera. You just saw Heritage Ford. Well, we didn't shoot that commercial, which is one of my favorite commercials. We love the Hodge family. Colin, come on around. Come on around. Colin actually visits Heritage Ford and creates a bunch of videos on their YouTube, which has been a lot of fun. I'm gonna just encourage you to take that one.
That's the freshest one. It's still
It's
warm.
the freshest one.
It's still warm.
This one
That one's
specifically?
That one's specific
Just for you.
No, no, that one because it's bigger. Come on, game
Yeah,
player.
come on.
Come on, play along with me.
You need your strength.
Travis?
Oh, it smells pretty good.
Well,
You want
good.
me to hold this?
Can you give it a yes? Thank you.
I
Can
wanna
you give it a
like
taste?
the viewers like an ASMR of me like smacking my lips. Oh God.
It actually might be delicious.
It could be.
Everything good?
No, it tastes great.
Liz, did we give him the wrong one?
Yep. Why don't you eat that one? Here, you need 2. Eat that one.
Good too. Oh my gosh.
We are not great at April fooling. Can you try that one? How was yours? Yours is great, unless we accidentally gave it to our NWSB friend.
Well, I'll tell
Travis.
you behind the scenes, I let him taste it earlier, but he had just seen what I was doing, and he was hesitant.
Come on, come on, come on. You're a game player. Was it that bad?
Probably. Probably.
What do you mean it's mayonnaise? Oh my God.
Was it really that bad?
I'm sure it
Do
was.
you want to try it?
I think mayonnaise. I'm like a sweet and meat.
Oh my god.
Okay.
No. I wouldn't recommend that to anybody. I thought there for a second, after I had that first one, I was like, okay, maybe I'm safe. And then that second one came.
Well, thanks for playing along. We're going to
Oh my
use you
gosh.
again in a few minutes.
Don't worry,
Can
I
I
made.
have another one? Because I
You can
gotta
have
get
a
the taste
real
on
one.
it.
Yeah, there you go.
Liz, will you
Is
explain
this
how
one
you?
gonna be filled with ranch?
No, there's no.
No, but I did think about it.
No, you did think about it.
I did.
Liz, how did you make that? Thank you. You're a good sport.
Go ahead. This really easy thing that you can do at home. I like to do it with my son because it's simple, and but he still gets to learn some cooking skills. We get canned biscuits, cut them up, and then fry them in oil, and then you
that's-
can dip them in sugar. Yep.
Dip them in sugar, and then what was in the other than the one that Colin just
Whipped cream. Whipped cream.
don't put mayonnaise in there.
Or do.
Okay, or do. One down, 3 to go. But you said yours was delicious.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
I wasn't quite prepared for such an emotive reaction.
I knew
from
it. I knew it.
Colin.
Look at him, of course.
We may have to pull somebody else in. I mean,
Those would be some good like memes, you know.
we'll get some good memes out of that. Colin, seriously, you are a good sport. Okay, we have 2 more dishes after that coming
Yes.
up.
I just wanted to make some nice sweet treats because you guys are always so nice to me.
No one is going to believe you
I've
anymore,
got cake
Liz.
pops. I didn't do that. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't
And
know.
Some fresh spring vanilla and strawberry cupcakes. Gosh.
It's the sweet savage that's coming out. Okay, we'll have more with Chef Liz coming up in just a moment. But now take a look at Adam Paul Salon and owner Adam Christian, who recently went out on his own, and I think to great results.
I am Adam Christian, the owner and operator of Adam Paul Salon. Adam Paul Salon is a full-service salon, men's hair, women's hair, coming soon are hair replacement services. But we're also much more than that. I've got 12 years experience working in high-end salons that felt cold, felt clinical, and creating my own space was able to add some warmth, add some color, add some fun. Being a part of Bolt & Tie was absolutely the only choice. Being surrounded by all these different types of businesses is really inspiring, and it really kind of lights a fire under everybody else and there's no competition, but it also creates community. I want to have a partnership, not just an employee relationship with anyone that we decide to bring on. You know, we can work together to meet our own personal goals while working with the goals of the business. Other than just clients, we're also going to be interested in talking with stylists who are interested in a smaller salon setting and maybe an environment like I've created here at Bolt & Tie. So if that's you, reach out and we can connect. I'm Adam Christian of Adam Paul Salon, and we are excited about our new space.
It's facing you.
Thanks for joining us for Extol Live. We're going to actually have our director, Jason Applegate, go ahead and come on in. I mean, yes, we've already set him up. It's just which of Chef Liz Martino's creations is the April Fool's and which is not. We'll see if we can get it right this time. Jason, come on over here by Travis. We have Travis Schneider from NWSB, otherwise known as New Washington State Bank. Did I mute you? Jason muted his own microphone, probably for good reason. All right, Chef, I'm going to let you tell them which one they should take since you made such sweet treats. And I'll put this down. So,
Well, of course you're welcome to try them all.
Well, I will.
Do you think I'd really
try
trick you?
one. No,
Jason,
not
we're
you,
friends.
Liz. We're there together.
We are there together.
here, actually, I'll switch. Fred
I
and
think that was
Colin.
fun,
I'm just going to have
All right,
Jason's
we're
got the
good.
yellow.
Give me that one right there.
Which one? This one out here?
Yeah,
This
sure.
is it?
Can we get a, hang on just one second,
pretty
Can we
that
get a
is.
close up
There's
on
nothing-
Jason here?
There's nothing that could be wrong.
Nothing
with this
foul about that.
Beautiful cake pop.
That's what I thought.
This is
I would never, ever
gorgeous.
trick you.
Here, I want to give it back.
Here, and Travis
Here,
gets
I'll-
one.
Yeah, here we go.
Travis
Cheers,
gets
Travis.
one.
You try it, and then he'll know we're just joking. I'm happy to
Cheers to cake
Cheers.
pops.
There you go.
Cheers. Why can't you eat it? Why are you having such a hard time? He bit into his just fine. It's not frozen.
I have no idea what you just said. Wait, okay, can we get a close up on that?
He said, that's pretty good.
It's Jason's. So that doesn't surprise me.
It's a Brussels sprout.
It's like,
Yeah, I know what we can give
Give our daughter.
give Olive tonight to get rid of that tooth.
She's got
actually
one
a good
tooth
idea.
that's dangling right there.
It's not too bad.
Don't you dare do that to her, because she will take it out
She'll
on you.
love me more than she.
Than she already does. Olive and Jason have a special relationship. So wait, can we get a close up on how did? That's as close. Can you hold that up?
Here, let me
Right
come
there.
over there.
Okay, just come over there, because we're only operating on one camera.
Take another bite for the close-up.
I know he's
We're
not
good
getting
with
enough
that.
veggies
You
in
can
his
see the
diet.
bite marks
Right.
in
I'm just
there.
trying to be a good friend.
Yeah, it was firm. Could have
Okay.
been cooked, but it wasn't.
Well, Jason, if you can
Would
go
you
back
like it that
over.
way?
I will go back.
Thank you for being such a good sport.
You're welcome.
Travis, how was yours actually?
It's good, really, really sweet. So if you like really sweet desserts and stuff, this would be a treat.
Cake pops for everyone. What's the secret though? I watched the balls when you were rolling
Yes.
them, and to get everything coated. What's the secret to that? Because
So-
they're perfect.
Well, some of them are. The secret is definitely starting with cold cake.
Okay.
Some people will bake their cake and mush it up right away while it's warm. You can do that. I start with cold cake. I'll add a little bit of icing to it, and you just have to like mix it until it's all one mixture.
Okay.
And then let it chill. Chilling is what's key.
Oh, that was actually absolutely awesome. Again, thank you for that, Jason. We have one more treat coming up in just a moment, but if you're a fan of the Arts Alliance of Southern Indiana's Monarch Festival, this year is going to be even bigger and better for Monarch Festival at Mount Fest. Take a look.
Save the date for the Monarch Festival at Mount Fest. Join us June 4th at Mount St. Francis for another spectacular event featuring fine arts and crafts, live music, an extraordinary immersive butterfly experience, tantalizing food trucks, adult beverages, a kids zone with inflatables, booths, games, and so much more, all at one of the most picturesque places in our region. The Monarch Festival at Mount Fest is 12 to 8 p.m. June 4th at Mount St. Francis. Visit monarchmountfest.com for more details.
No. Thanks for joining us today for Extol Live. We've had a lot of fun this morning. It is April 1st and also April Fool's Day. While we might not be masters at fooling, we've
got good looks. That's all that matters.
We've had some fun with this. And speaking of fun, NWSB, otherwise known as New Washington State Bank, held a grand opening ribbon cutting at the new downtown Jeffersonville location. There's a picture right there. That location is amazing.
Oh yeah, it's quite impressive. I mean, it's definitely a more modern style bank. It's our most contemporary design-wise out of all of our branches, and hopefully we're going to keep moving that direction as we update our old branches and new branches. It's quite nice.
Now you'll see Alan Muncie of ARC is in that photo right there, and I mean he was responsible for the build out of that. Absolutely beautiful. Jeffersonville Mayor Mike Moore was there and had some great things to say about NWSB, and then of course there's Pat Daly and Sid Whitlock. Pat Glotzback. I'm trying to see any of my glasses on here. Alan Applegate's in there, and any others. But that was really well attended. I mean, it was a party.
Yeah, we were packed between employees and then city officials and a few others. Everyone was there and really excited to see the place. And I think it's going to as we go throughout this year and keep pushing it and getting new people to check it out, people are going to be impressed and, hopefully spin up some new business.
Absolutely. Well, job well done, that's for sure. Now, we've brought you all up here. You, LaQuasia, Melissa, I'm promising you this. Chef Liz has not hacked anything over there. But Liz, what have you made though? They look delicious and spring-like.
Yeah, some vanilla cupcakes with a whipped cream and strawberry glaze kind of icing, and then just put some fresh strawberries on top.
Shall we invite Fred? Fred Reynolds, who is one of our favorite people. Fred, come on up here. Fred's always behind the camera. If we can go ahead. Oh, we need to check Liz's mics. He's not April Fooling either.
I'm good. I might just spot it.
All right, here we go. If we can get a wide shot over here now that we've got Fred up. Fred, first, you usually stay behind the camera, don't you?
I do, for a reason.
For a reason.
Bad about this one. You're always really nice to me.
I know. I have no idea what Angie's trying to come up with.
See, now I did not even make the creations, and I'm reaping all of the blame, but I guess it's because I pulled you in here. All right, Chef Liz, we'll let you have at it. You're such a good sport. And then, Melissa, LaQuasia, help yourselves. Cheers to April 1st.
All right.
Okay.
Great way to start a new month.
I don't know what actually is happening here. I'm not quite sure who's got.
You don't see anything.
Oh, look at that strawberry jam.
It is strawberry jam, Colin. The other side.
The tiniest bites. I don't know what's in there. Just in case we have a Colin type reaction.
Nobody else over here is having any trouble.
I saw that face. What was that?
I have no idea.
Liz, what does it need to take another bite? Ooh, strawberry jam.
Come on, take a big bite.
Yeah, because she's encouraging this. Okay?
Come on, Fred. Team player. Melissa and LaQuasia.
They're fantastic.
Melissa and LaQuasia say that it was delicious.
Strawberry jam is actually
Come
made
on.
from a variety of strawberries called tomato, and it's
See, you didn't get me.
So you funneled ketchup inside of that.
Yeah.
I can't even tell.
Oh, it's right here.
It's okay.
I can do another. I'll do another one that you won't see. How about that?
You will not.
Thank you so much to Fred Reynolds for being such a good sport. I've never seen somebody so delicately eat a tiny little cupcake.
We started with this more because I know how Angie gets down. I had to ask her at a show today.
Oh, he did. April Fools. Yes, we do. I know, I'm a closet savage too.
I'm going to moonwalk myself.
Okay, he's gonna moonwalk out. Melissa and LaQuasia, Chef Liz said that at some point, if you in future Voice and Vino competitions, if you need someone, Proud Mary. She's got her song already picked out.
All right. We are always looking for singers. So I will put you on my list. I have a very long list.
I bet you do.
Yes. And if anybody is interested in singing, we are always looking. And you can nominate
Travis?
someone.
Sure, yeah.
Travis.
I'm a karaoke person.
There
I
you
enjoy
go.
it.
There you go. So,
I will happily be a spectator and watch all of
Yes.
you brave people. But right now, before we clean up our mess, even though Fred was very dainty with that, I'm very, very impressed. Check out, I know, Colin was on the floor there. I was a little bit worried, had to start doing CPR. But check out some of our furry friends. Oh, you know we love our furry family members here at Extol. I think one of my favorite things is when we have dogs who come by and they drink from our water. We leave out these biscuits, and then our team laughs at me because I know all of the dogs' names. I'm just learning the humans' names, but you know, what are you going to do? Okay, just a couple of quick reminders before we go. So senior games are coming up sooner than later, that's for sure.
June 6th through the 10th. So we are accepting registrations right now. And if you want to sponsor, you need to get that in super quick. But call me, 812-948-8330, and we can get that all arranged. If you need a registration packet, we can get that sent out to you. It's also on our website, all of that information. So.
And Melissa and LaQuasia are from Lifespan Resources, and as you said, you have a whole roster of people joining you for Voice and Vino, including Mayor Treva Hodges. I cannot wait to see that. Travis, lots of exciting things at NWSB, including, upcoming farmers market, along with Caesars Foundation. NWSB is going to be sponsoring the Double Bucks program.
Yeah, we're excited to be part of that again. Absolutely.
And farmers market, that's coming earlier this year, which we're so excited about.
Farmers market is starting a couple weeks earlier. I want to say the date is 4/23, April 23rd we're starting. So we've adjusted the time of our summer market to just kind of actually help the farmers out. We've had requests, and it just seems like it works a little bit better this year. So we're excited to have three early weeks.
And that specific farmers market that we're talking about, since we're in downtown New Albany, that's the one that we're talking about, that there are a host of fantastic farmers markets throughout southern Indiana that we enjoy. That's my happy place.
Yes, mine too.
And Mesa Kids Cooking School, you have a bunch of classes.
We do. We have all of our summer camps up right now. We're very excited about that. They go very quickly, but we have added additional sessions of every single camp. We're actually taking a break this week. Yes, well, we're getting new floors. So if you have any questions, feel free to call, reach out to us. We'll still be there. We just won't be in the office.
Okay, fantastic. And don't forget, we actually had that number, Mesa Kids Cooking School, up on the screen. But don't forget, This Is So In, an Extol Media production, airs 7:30 a.m. on Saturdays on WBKI, the CW. Another great episode this week on Saturday. And then we'll talk about the next one on the 15th. We're going to take a little hiatus next week from Extol Live while I get that little procedure to see if I can get my arm working correctly again. Thanks for joining us. I have no more fooling, right? We got it out of our system? Yeah. For now, at least in front of the camera. Whatever you do this weekend, we hope you're so into it. Have a great one.